What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Jonah, and today we're going to be learning a really nice looking, vibrant, poppy, cinematic color grade that all you guys can do, no problem, in Premiere Pro. Let's go. Alright, so here we are at the editing suite. We're going to start color grading our footage. It's the 5 clips that you guys saw at the beginning of the video, so that will be the final product, and we're going to remake that right now. So we got our 5 clips all laid out in the timeline. Very first thing we're going to do is we're going to make an adjustment layer. Basically, this just allows you to adjust multiple things at one time. It just sits right on over top, perfect for color grading. So, I already have one here, but we're going to right click in the project bin, and we're going to go New Item, Adjustment Layer. Click that guy, hit OK, and we're ready to go with the adjustment layer. We'll bring that in, and we'll drop it over top of everything. Alright, so that's sitting there. Now we're just going to put 2 things into the adjustment layer. We're going to put crop. You just search crop in the effects tab, right there. Drop that on, and we'll cut that out, and we'll put Lumetry. So we just take LUM. Boom, right there. Alright, so real quick, what I kind of want to do with this color grade is I really just want to make things a lot more vibrant, bring out a lot of the color and things like that that aren't in there right now. So we're just going to boost that. We'll maybe fade the film a little bit, make it that vintage kind of look, get super cinematic with it. So let's do it. Alright, so our very first thing is we're going to crop it. So we're going to go over to our crop, and we're going to put 15 on both the top and the bottom, and this just gives it that super cinematic look. It's called anamorphic, actually, for anyone who doesn't know, but it's basically just the style of filming. You see in a lot of movies where it's cropped along the top and bottom, and I personally love it. I think it just looks great, so we're going to use that. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I think it just gives it an extra cool look. So then we're going to go over to Lumetry. We're all done with the crop, so you can close that. And then we're going to go to basic correction. Now you'll see here there's a thing called input LUT. We're not going to use any LUTs today. It's just kind of like a way to do it a bit quicker, I guess, and if you have a system that you really like doing, totally cool. But personally, I don't like to use LUTs because I find they don't work all the time. Sometimes they do, but they're kind of inconsistent and stuff. So we're going to skip that. We're going to go to contrast. This is the very first thing we're going to change. So I usually like to start about 40. As you can see, I already made things a lot more richer, and that's kind of what we're going for. So we'll bump that up to 40. Let's maybe try 60 even. Yeah, I kind of like that. It also warms it up a little bit. It makes that sunset look a bit more. Dig that. Blacks, we'll just mess around with this and lower our blacks. Yeah, it's giving it that more golden look. That's a little too much probably. Alright. And yeah, so basically all color grading is just messing with these things and seeing what ones you like best. And changing things just changing things to what you like. So I just lowered the shadows a bit to 57, negative 57. I like that look a lot. Alright, and then you can mess with the temperature a little bit. If you don't want it that golden, you can do like negative 80, and that'll make it obviously super blue, but you know, you can mess around with that, make it really golden if you want. That's the look you're going for. I think we'll just put it to about 10. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Cool. Alright, I'm liking that. Alright, so I left mine at 20. Yeah, it's looking super nice. Alright, I like that. And then if you want, you can head over to the Creative tab, drop that down. You can mess around with all the colors. A lot of people do like that kind of, it's called like the Sam Colder kind of look, or like the teal and orange color grade, I believe it's called. And that's just messing around with these, but personally, I just leave that alone. I just like a really natural looking image, so that's what I'm going for. Fade a film, we can fade it 20 maybe. That didn't really change a whole lot. You know, I actually kind of like that. It's looking pretty cool. Maybe not 70, that will do about 60. Cool. I like that. It's looking nice. Alright, and then you can mess with your vibrancy and saturation. Those are the other two things that I usually mess with. So vibrancy I usually go to about 10. And saturation, let's do 120. Alright, that's a little too much. I don't like it that oversaturated. I think we'll just leave it at 100. I actually really like that. So cool. We're pretty much done already. That's a kind of our first clip already done. So let's just go to vignette. You can apply a vignette. I don't know if I'm going to use it. We'll just check it out. Yeah, you know what? I actually like it. So leave it at -5. Perfect. I like that exactly how it is. Cool. Alright, so our first clip completely done. You can tell it's really cinematic looking. And it just richened it up so much more. Here, I'll show you what it was before and then after. So this is after, before, after. Like, night and day. Incredible. Love it. Alright, so with color grading, what I originally did and what a lot of people make a huge mistake doing is they just change it once and then they leave it on their whole video. They don't change any of the other clips. Well, if any of the other clips are shot at a different time of day, different lighting, cloud goes in front of the sun, anything, it's going to be completely different. So we're going to hit C on our keyboard and chop it there for each individual clip. You can go ahead and do that right away. You can hit C again, which is just the cut tool, and we can chop away for every single clip. Yeah, it's already looking pretty good, but you can see right here where we're getting some weird effects. That's our blacks. They're making things really noisy. So we'll have to manipulate that a little bit. I actually kind of like this one already, but we're going to change it a tad just to illustrate my point. Okay. No. Alright, let's see here. Let's bring back the faded film a tad. Bring back the shadows. Back up to 0. Even what you can do is you can completely reset it for each image if you want. You can hit just reset, or each section you can hit, like, let's just reset the temperature, reset it back to 0. I don't want that. We're just going to Command Z that. I'm on a Mac. It's Control V if you're on Windows. And we're just going to bring back the blacks a bit as well. 61. That's looking good. Yeah, you know what? I was already pretty happy with that. I think we're just going to leave that how it is pretty well. Alright, this one is a little messed up. See, this one is shot at a completely different time of day. As you can tell, this one's got those sun flares at golden hour. Same with this one. And this one's different time of day. Things aren't the same. So, I think the first thing I'm going to do is brighten it up a bit. We'll go 0.4. Cool. That looks good. We'll bring back our black. See, now you can see those details coming back in. If I do that, it's really weird. Perfect, right about there. That's -47. Cool. And then we'll drop the faded film back. It's kind of giving us a weird look. About 40. And then just to get it to match with the other clips, see, these ones are super orange because, again, they're shot at a different time of day. We'll bump up our temperature a bit to give it a bit more of a red, orangey look. I think that did a pretty good job of replicating that. So again, the things that I'm doing here might not be exactly the same for you, but there's a couple key things you want to change, which are, you know, temperature, contrast, blacks, shadows, and faded film, vibrancy, saturation, all those good things. And I'm sure you'll get a look very similar to this one. Cool. Alright, again here, let's just delete that, and we'll bring this one over, because they were a bit more similar. Cool, it's already looking better. And we'll do the same for this one, because it was kind of tearing it apart as well with our last grade. Cool. Alright, so now we'll dive into this one. Again, we'll hit C, chop it, chop it. And now for this one, I kind of want to get the pinks into the sky here. So I think we're going to try and do that. And to do that, we're going to go try to do our highlights. make it just a little bit more pink. Yes, you know, that's a little too much. Cool. I actually really like that right there. Yeah, I love my pink sunsets. They look beautiful. So we're going to go for, we are losing a bit of details here. I think our blacks are just a little too high. Yeah. And perfect. It's looking smooth. It's looking good. And then obviously, a real quick tip is I would do all your color grading last. I kind of forgot to mention this, but because you have to re-render everything and you're just laying it all on top, just put everything together and then you can go through and work out all the kinks with the color grading. Alright, so pretty much done there, and then we'll work on our last one real quick. It's a little bit too orange, so we'll bring that down about 10. Yeah, it's looking nice. Cool. I think we'll put some pink in there, similar to the other one. And, okay, that's looking good. Cool. And let's just fix, cool. Added a bit more faded film there. I think that's looking pretty nice. So this is a pretty basic color grade, you guys, but you guys can completely change everything here. I just want to kind of give you guys a real quick something you can start with. So that's what we're doing today. This is actually mostly what I do for most of my videos, is I just kind of mess around with this sort of starting point and then just move on from there. Alright, and yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Hope you guys learned a little something about color grading today. Hope I could educate y'all a little bit. And yeah, stay tuned for some more videos. We got lots on the way. See you in the next one, guys. Peace!